Welcome, hello everybody, and we are UsTalk. Today we have an amazing show for you guys. We are interviewing an awesome business owner. He is a photographer, videographer. He's got a lot going on. We're gonna find out because I think I know what I'm talking about, but I might not. So let's tune in. Today we have Mr. Fabian Butts. Welcome. Take a seat with us so we can get in. How are you today?
I'm great, and yourself?
I'm wonderful. What about you ladies?
We are great.
Good.
Awesome. You look good.
I think you look good.
Nice, right?
You look good.
Mr. Memo, I'm all in blue
Red.
on here.
It's all right.
Oh, we do have a little. We got something going on.
Yeah.
We got something going on.
Well, you know, I have the blue one, so you're good.
Okay, all right. Thank you. You got that.
On the end. No, it's working out. So Fabian,
Yes.
we're here for you tonight. So tell us all about Fabian Studios.
Well, FBStudios was started about 8 years ago now. This October it'd be 8 years. And it was actually I own a construction company. That was my first business.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've been in business since '98 or so.
Wow.
Yeah. So they flew me out to LA. I was building out studios and I was giving them so many ideas. I was like, when I come to Atlanta, I'm gonna start a studio. So with that being said, came back to Atlanta, found this spot, and built it out and turned it into a studio.
Yes, we are in his studio today, you guys, and it is wonderful. You should see the amount of
Absolutely amazing.
it's
Yeah.
Where he's at
all of
construction.
I'm ready to take pictures now.
Right. So how did you get into photography from construction? I mean, how did that even transpire?
Well, my gift is creativity. So I've been creating in construction, creating in every aspect of my life ever since I can remember. So construction gives me a way to create, but it's limited because it's limited to the budgets and because I can't build a Taj Mahal on the Section 8 budget. So I couldn't really do what I wanted to do. So when I got studio, I wasn't planning on even shooting then because my business model and all the business that I own is always be the, how to say it without sounding bad with 3 girls and getting slapped. To be the person that profits off of other people's work instead of being the one that's working hard yourself.
Okay.
Like I own barbershops but never cut hair. I've owned clubs but never served a drink in my life.
Gotcha.
So it's just more so on the investment side. But then I got in the studio and I was watching stuff and I started having ideas. And then I was like, okay, well, let me start creative directing some of my shoots and things of that nature, some shoots and stuff. But the same problem the models have with photographers, nobody would get me my photos back. I was waiting forever. So one day I was buying some tools at a pawn shop and I saw this little $230 Nikon camera and I bought it and the rest is history.
Nice. Okay.
That's amazing. So you started out in construction, you built your studio, then you started doing your own photography in your studio.
Yes.
I would say, what was the most challenging thing about building a set?
Nothing, actually. It comes natural because I own a construction company. So building the sets, building out the studio and things of that nature was very, very easy for me to do. It was the easiest thing to do. Where most people, the studio is the pinnacle of their career after they've accomplished and did so much. But for me, it was opposite because of my position in owning a construction company and being invested in other businesses, be able to put some of that into the studio. So that part was the easy part.
So you did it all yourself, your hands, or did you have a team?
No, my hands. So I probably had 2 or 3
That's awesome.
helpers at particular times.
Just
but,
little assistants
yeah.
on the side. They weren't really
Basically.
doing much. You know, they just, little helpers.
Yeah. The hard part probably was isolation, though, because that's within me buying my camera. My first 6 months, I was already published in my first magazine, and then they started coming like I don't even know how many magazines I'm published in now, but it's like for the first year, I just kind of became a hermit. I just stayed in the studio. I stayed on YouTube. I stayed studying every book, everything I could find on photography. So I kind of isolated myself. So a lot of my other business endeavors, construction, all that stuff, I kind of put on the back burner for like 2 years while I really taught myself and learned photography to the max. So yeah.
Self-taught.
Self-taught. That's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Self-taught. Did you find yourself having to do a lot of research in that self-taught, or because you are a creative, was it just, I mean, did the camera come naturally? Did the lighting come naturally? Like, how did that all flow?
Yes and no to that. It's like, it flowed kind of like backwards. It's like, because I'm creative, I had a lot of ideas, but I had to still learn the technical side to make what I had in my mind appear behind the lens. So I personally was studying on YouTube for like 8 hours a day. Like while I'm driving, while I'm out, while I'm taking a shower, while I'm cooking. It was on YouTube about photography, lighting techniques and modifiers and just everything technical about photography for like almost a year.
Wow.
So with your set being set up and you doing your study on photography, did you find that, okay, I'm taking this picture, oops, I didn't do this part of my build, and I don't know what's called, my set right, so I have to change this? Did you have to
Is it ever
change some
changing?
things?
It's always changing, because I'll look at a picture that I took 7 years ago that I was so happy because it came out that way. Now I look at it and laugh and it's like, oh my God.
What were you doing?
I was so terrible back then. So, but it's you're always learning in this industry. It's like there's always new equipment, there's new gear, there's new lighting techniques. There's literally enough photography material out there and educational material that you can fill this room with books. So there's a lot. So you're always learning.
Nice.
I'm just glad to get on the other side of that learning
Yeah.
curve, though.
So you mean to tell me that I can think about something, like have an idea, and I can give it to you, and you can actually build up my idea according to, let's just say I had the budget, and I wanted something big. You can build it exactly how I
She
would
got
like
the
it.
bag, y'all.
I'll
I have the bag.
I'll put it to you like this. I could build it better than you could see it.
Wow.
Wow.
Grab the courage, y'all.
I can literally
Grab
go
the bag.
inside of your mind and tell you exactly what you're trying to tell me that you want. That's my gift. It's always been my gift. In
So-
construction and photography, vision. When I go into a spot, I go into a building, within 10 seconds, I've already seen 30 different variables, possibilities, setting this up with that, or doing it this way, that way, that way. So my brain is terrible when it comes to reading and math, but when it comes to creativity and science and things of that nature, it's kind of like a computer almost.
Yeah, I'm with you on the
Yeah,
math. So
I
don't
was
call
gonna
me.
say the same thing.
Don't call me
Now,
when it
I'm good at quick math because of business, but yeah, outside of that,
Oh,
He
the
can
other
count the bag, but
statistics
no,
and
no.
stuff. Yeah.
exactly.
Wow,
Make sure you
so-
pay me my full.
Wow, so you do the photography and you build sets, so you do everything. So it's like a one-stop shop. basically.
Exactly, yeah. I can make it look like the Star Trek Enterprise or a medieval castle. I can literally do anything that you can imagine.
Awesome.
Yay.
Yes. So we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come back and ask Fabian some more questions and get deeper into what he does. And we will see you soon.
It is my goal to blow your mind, to take your look, product, or brand out of the world of mediocrity and to elevate it exceedingly abundantly above all that you can hope for or imagine it to be.
Known for his extreme creativity and building stunning custom sets, master photographer Fabian Butts of FBStudios has spent years honing his craft. From coast to coast, Fabian's imagery has made an impression on the industry. His work can be seen everywhere, from billboards to storefronts, city buses, and countless magazines.
When booking with FBStudios, you are booking with excellence. We will put our gift of creativity, our state-of-the-art studio, and our flexibility all to work for you.
He has worked with many elites in the fashion and music industry. You may even have seen him featured on seasons 7, 8, and 9 of VH1's Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Specializing in all visual media, photography, and videography, Fabian is ready to put his creativity to work for you. Go to rentfbstudios.net to book your session today.
Welcome back, everyone. We are here with Fabian at FB Studios.
It's been good so far.
Yes, so far so
We gotta
good.
get deeper.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I know it's coming. I know it's coming.
It's coming.
So, Fabian, how is it working with celebrities?
It's not what you think. I mean, I do a lot of celebrity work. Not like all the celebrities, but I do a lot of celebrity work. And most of them are just cool, down to earth, rational, reasonable people.
Okay.
If you see their persona on television, because I do a lot of reality star people as well, it's not like that. I've actually literally never had a climactic or a dramatic moment with a celebrity. So I'm fortunate, knock on wood, but yeah, but that's my story so far. They're just like every people. I mean, I don't really get starstruck, so regardless pretty much of who it is, it's just another person. I mean, I treat them like people. My goal is to treat everybody equally. I try to treat people with respect, dignity, and being professional. I think that's the number one part, because I'm not an artist trying to do business. I'm a business person that's doing art. So
Awesome.
it's a little
Awesome.
different.
So they basically make it easy for you to work with.
Most definitely. Well, I try to make it easy, because there's some times where some stuff could have went sideways, but using people's skills and talking my way through that and calming them down when they get excited about X, Y, Z is one of the people skills, I guess, that you got to have in the business.
That's awesome.
You don't want to
Yes,
make the
it is.
photographer mad.
Of course
No,
not.
because your pictures
Pictures
Yeah,
will
your
not
pictures
come out
gonna be
right.
you got to wait about 2 months before you get your phone.
Exactly.
You heard the word he used, climactic.
Right?
So what would you say would be the hardest client that you've ever worked with? Have you ever had a difficult situation where you had a client, they just weren't happy, or
Say
they
the
just-
name, say the name, say the name, say the name.
You don't have to say, you don't have to mention any names. You don't want to blow
You
anyone
gotta say
up.
all that. You
But,
just keep it at that.
You know,
Hot topics,
Yeah.
Angel.
I know you're right.
Yes.
Hot topics.
It's
We
up
want to
to-
know the tea.
It's up to him if he want to mention a name and blow somebody up, you know.
Well, like I said, I've been very fortunate.
Political response.
So none of my
Clients.
climactic clients are people that would be known.
Okay.
But I have had probably 5 or 6 over the last 8 years of situations where it's just like give me a break, like really. But you just deal with it. I mean, you it's a part of the business. In anything that you're doing, you can't please all the people all the time.
Absolutely.
So you just please everybody you can, with still being true to yourself,
Right.
and not taking away from me or my household or anything
Right.
like that. But
Right.
yeah, there's been some stories. Yeah.
But we want to know.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
want to
can
know.
you
Like,
tell
give us
us
one
what
of
those
your
stories
stories.
are?
They'll know who you're talking about.
You know, you almost had him quit photography.
It's so man. What story can I tell? Well, okay, I'm thinking of a story, but I can't say the story on TV. But
Yes, you can. This is us talk.
well, let's just say, in my earlier years of photography, women will come on to you very, very, very strong, especially when they feel like they can get something out of it. So I think a lot of male photographers probably have gone through that.
Yeah.
I've had clients that want to do crazy ideas that don't really fit them, and then get mad at kind of the outcome. And that's been kind of like the only time or two where someone didn't go through and pay everything. But if you want to put chocolate all in yourself on some plastic and think it's gonna look good, and you're not really that type person that would make that look good. It's just So
Easy
yeah,
look like some
They
boo-boo.
think it's tasteful, but he's like, no, that's tasteless.
exactly.
So you're basically saying in the process of you taking the photos, they try to entice you so their fee will be cheaper? Is that what you're saying?
That's happened several,
Okay.
more than 20, 30 times
I can
probably
imagine.
over the years.
I mean, you got some good odds. Over 8 years, you talking about 5, 6, a few, 20. Like, that's some good odds. 8 years.
8 years.
Countless clients.
Well, I just try to, like I said, I try to stay professional, try to keep it professional. So I'm not that type that's going to be commenting on your anatomy or saying, oh, wow, you look good. I'm just going to give you as much positivity so your confidence can be great, so we have a great shoot. But I just try not to cross that line, and I make it very clear that I'm not crossing that line. It's like one of my go-to things is I'll always be like, oh, we'll be talking about quarters. I'm like, oh yeah, my wife got a quarter like that.
Right.
So,
Not drop that real quick.
so that way the stage is set.
Yeah.
That doesn't always work, but the stage is at least set.
You actually mentioned a few things that make me wonder. I mean, you spoke about women wanting to spread chocolate all over themselves. You talked about, like, you know, people trying to get a discount, and then you just mentioned that you drop your wife real quick so they know what it is. I mean, let's talk about that. You do a lot of paid work and shoots where you are with beautiful women that come on to you, and although you are a faithful man, black men don't cheat, Derek Jackson. Let's talk about how your wife feels about you being in this profession. Does that affect her? If it does, is it positive? Is it negative? Have you ever brought her to work? I mean, how does that dynamic work at home?
I'm very blessed, like very, very, very blessed. My wife is very confident in herself. She knows that I won't do anything to disrespect her, so therefore she trusts me. So therefore I could be oiling a girl down naked right here, and she'll come in and be like, hey babe, I'm going upstairs, and blah blah blah. So she has trust because I try my best not to do anything to make her doubt me. So
That's the key word.
the thing.
You don't give her any reason to doubt you to where those insecurities do come into the marriage. So she knows because you haven't given her a reason, I'm good. This is what my husband does. This is his profession. He remains professional. And she's been here to see you do it. That's awesome.
Yeah, we have a running joke. She calls them my model bitches, but it's just not all of them. The ones she likes, she don't. But yeah, but no, I think it's important to get someone that you're equally yoked with, or someone that has a lot going for themselves.
Absolutely.
Because I find that insecurities creep in when you're insecure about yourself. And if you get with the woman who's like, okay, I know he's not going nowhere because of X, Y, and Z, then it makes everything so much easier.
it
So
does.
much easier.
Man, you just said a word for the men and for the women.
Absolutely.
There's a word for the men,
And
the
the
husbands
women.
out there, and there was a word in what he just said for those wives out there. So wives, get your bag up. So that way you know your husband's not going nowhere because he got the best,
There
right?
you go.
So real quick, I'm gonna shock all you guys. I got a little fun that we're gonna play a game. So you've been doing this a while. You're really professional. It sounds like you're on it with your brand, right? So we're gonna play. I don't even have a name for it. We're gonna say that's the photo. This is the game. That's the photo.
Okay.
And you're gonna choose. I got 4 different multiple choices, I should say.
Okay.
And you're gonna pick out of the 2 examples that I give, which one is the best photo for your brand.
For my brand.
For your brand, who you're gonna choose that would be best for your brand. Okay?
Okay.
All
I
right.
think I follow. I think I
Ready?
follow.
You ready? Okay. Nicki Minaj versus Cardi B.
Cardi B.
That's the photo.
No, I'm just playing.
No, it's like Cardi B has always been someone who I wanted to work with, and we actually our paths are supposed to cross, but we'll see if it happens or not.
It
but,
will cross.
Well, no, I mean it's supposed to. It's like
Okay.
it's on paper.
Oh,
Like our paths are
yes.
supposed to cross.
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah, but we'll see. COVID kind of got everything down
Yeah.
and the baby and all that stuff. So, but it hopefully it'll cross soon. But yeah, that's one of my goals. Like one of my first celebrities that kind of got my name out there was like Johnny Blaze. I don't know if you guys.
Oh, I know
familiar
Johnny
with
Blaze.
her.
Yeah, she's a great singer.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
very, very talented. But when I used to look at all of her work when she came in, it's like I shot her differently than everyone else did. Don't get me wrong, I shoot a lot of naked women. That's me. I feel like there is nothing more adorned, more beautiful, more regal, more royal than how God made a woman. There's nothing that you can put on that's going to look prettier than how God made you.
Oh, wow.
So that's my philosophy. So that's behind why I shoot a lot of implied, but it's artistic. I don't do the bend over and look at my ass or all that kind of stuff. I don't shoot that kind of photography. It's always very tasteful. And when she looked at the pictures when we first got it, it was like an instant. And I think we went on a 30 photo shoot in a row run, and that's how people started seeing me and knowing who I am.
Repeated. She came right back every
Again
time.
and again, like we got at least 30 shoots in the back.
That's
Nice.
awesome. That is awesome.
awesome.
Okay, next.
All right.
Naomi Campbell, Tyra Banks.
Oh God. Can I say both?
Nope, you
No,
gotta
I
choose
gotta pick
one for the
one.
brand.
It would be easy to say Tyra because she's just, her celebrity grew and it's been continuous. But I would probably have, dang, she's gonna be mad though, because I'm gonna work with her soon too. Though.
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna say Naomi Campbell.
Okay,
That's
I'm
the
gonna say
photo.
Naomi.
Yeah.
that's the photo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just blame it on
But
Doug.
I
She made you do it.
understand.
She made you
Yeah,
do
just
it.
blame it on
blame
Doug, yeah.
Just blame
Tyra,
it on
it's not his
Yeah.
fault.
Don't take it personal.
Don't take it personal.
Okay. Tank versus Tyrese.
Neither.
Ooh.
I'm not into shooting guys. I'm sorry.
I had
It's
to do
like-
it. I had to do it for the men.
It's like, yeah. I mean,
But it's for the bag.
I don't need a bag like
Ooh.
that.
Well,
I mean,
money
it's
is
like
That's
honestly.
not for his brand.
Honestly, it's like, do I shoot men? Of course, but I don't shoot like models per se. Like I don't shoot men trying to be sexy. Like I shoot like the Super Lawyer. He's one of my clients. The Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart. They're some of my clients.
More professional when it comes
I
to
shoot more headshots. I shoot more artists. Like a lot of. I don't even know who these people are. Like Boosie, Scrappy, DC Young, Flower Walker. All of them have been in here, but it's more of that style. But not like a guy
Tank
trying to
versus
do
Tyra.
all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So
You wouldn't really probably know how to direct them either. They're usually
I would
standing there.
I would freeze up and be like,
You're like, honey, you
I heard
take
you are the
the oil.
most creative person in the world.
that is funny.
Okay, last one. And this is for the voting culture.
Okay.
Michelle Obama versus Kamala Harris. I mean, I know, but I'm just trying to. Cause she could possibly be the next president. Come on, like let's come.
No.
Okay.
No. Now, don't get me wrong. I am in love with. Don't get me wrong. I'm in love with Kamala Harris. I think she's amazing. I am so elated and proud to have her as the vice president. But Michelle,
Oh, dang.
Not even though she has secrets, all this, I'm like, oh, excuse
Secrets?
me, hey Michelle, no, Secret Service.
Secret Service.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
no, I'm like, no,
That's
no,
the whole-
I'm
You
like,
have to move
no,
to the
no.
side.
Yeah, I'm like, excuse me, Michelle, can you please,
Yeah.
Just come sit right here, and I'll just take.
Yeah, it's just something about her that's just amazing. And what she had on during the inauguration, how she came out there, I was just like, me and my wife with each other like, dang.
Yeah, she looked good.
She really did.
That's the
She
photo.
looked amazing.
That's
the photo.
the photo.
Definitely.
Definitely the photo.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That was fun.
It was.
Right?
Actually.
That's
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that was
Those
real
were good
fun.
choices, yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna reel it back into more about you, of course, but now we want to talk about the charities that you have.
Ooh.
We did did some digging.
We dug.
We dug. We dug. So we want you to talk about what you have going on as far as your charities and what they are.
Well, there was a lady. Her name was Siobhan, and I met her through my wife. And she is like an amazing person. If you see her personality, it just gravitates, it just jumps out at you. But she's suffering from MS. So it was just, my wife was just telling me, like, when she first moved here, because she's from Toronto, she's Canadian, she's not even American. But when she first moved here, she met her, she was, getting around and everything, and now that she's, because of MS, like in a wheelchair and stuff or whatever. And when you meet her personality, it just was like, wow. So I just tried to make it like a point of my mission to help her and her charity, which is called Stump MS Inc., Stump Out MS Inc. And yeah, we've had events, we've had fundraisers. On my grand reopening of my studio, we donated every single solitary dollar we made to the organization. So between that and my wife's her mom passed away of breast cancer.
Wow.
So her brother has a breast cancer charity in Canada that we're doing stuff with too. So those are dear to my heart.
That's awesome. Very, very awesome.
Creative, gives back.
Right.
Gotta be a giver. That's how you receive.
That's
If
true.
you don't give, you can't
That's very
receive.
true.
So
That's good. I like that.
well, of course.
We really got to know you. We really got to know you today.
Well, thank you.
We thank you. We really we thank you, and we need to discuss when we have our. By the way, Fabian is the reason that you guys see our photos in our intro. Those photos were actually taken by the FBStudios
Yes.
owner.
Well, you guys made it easy, so it was a fun and great
really
shoot.
was.
Like it was
Yeah.
fun. It was energetic. You guys have great energy. That was one thing I was like, one day I want to be on the show because your energy, and I knew that it would be a fun experience. So I'm happy.
Yeah, you spoke it. You spoke it up. You deep in your heart, you already knew, and that was a good 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Speak those things that be not as though they are.
As though
So,
they were.
So do you think that you captured, now that you're on the show, because we didn't even know what the show was going to be like
Yes, we
before we took
didn't.
the photos. Do you see it all together now? Like, did we bring that across through the camera, the lens?
two answers to that. Just talking with you, I kind of already seen the exact show. I've seen the episodes. I've seen the topics. I've seen the yes. I've seen the whole. I've seen the whole totality of what it could be and how big it could grow based off of your personalities and our interaction last time.
Oh, wow.
So that's first one. But I always feel like I can shoot something better. It's like even if I shoot it, I look at it. And everybody be like, oh, wow, this is so great. This is so amazing. But I'm always like, you know what? I could do this better. I could do that. Or I could do this. So I always feel like I can add more to get
So
your
you're
vision.
inviting us back.
Well, let's talk to the producers and see what we can work
I'm
out.
the producer. You know, we do have PR now. You know.
Yeah. Y'all big time. I just can't. You know, we gotta make sure your schedule. Y'all might not be free till 2022. I don't know. So-
It is pretty tight.
We would love for you to do our next photo shoot.
I would love to too.
Yeah.
I would love to too.
Well, before we go and talk about all that, because I'm ready to situate that, but how can we find FBStudios? How can the audience, how can everyone watching locate you if they want to get their photos done?
Well, just simply, you can go to our website. It's rentfbstudios.net, or you can follow us on Instagram, which most of our people do, at FBStudios. It's simple. We're out there. You can watch television. You'll see us. Been on the last 4 seasons of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and some other shows and stuff too. So we're out there. Just Google search FBStudios. As soon as you put FB, we normally come in first.
Yay, coming in first.
Coming in first.
Speaking it into the rest of 2021 all the way into 2022.
Yes.
We are all coming in first.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Fabian.
definitely. I
And
appreciate
thank
it.
you all for tuning in. Once again, we are UsTalk. Thank you so